Okay, students, we have learned about set theory, and then integers also. You have finished the third lesson of your this book is your numbers second lesson, that is fraction. This particular term you have learned since class 4, so you all are aware of it. Let us go for the first recap of your previous knowledge and enhance the knowledge and learn and what is given in your syllabus this year in standard 7. So moving on to fraction, first I will go for the definition of fraction. You all know very nicely fraction means now a whole part is there. If you are making equal part, then some of the required part taken out of the whole part is called fraction. That means a part or parts of a whole is called fraction by language. But if I give you an example, it will be easy to you to understand. Suppose you have got a pizza. Now children are liking pizza, burger and all these things now. So pizza you have brought a pizza. You have got three friends at your home. You want to cut that pizza into three equal pieces, and one of your friend will get one of the piece, so he will get 1 by 3, that is 1/3. So that is a fraction. That is called fraction, because one part is what you have given to your friend, but it is out of the total part is 3. So that is called that way the fraction can be written. It is always written with two number as like a by b. Fraction will be written as a by b, b not equal to 0, two whole number. Usually you don't take negative integers, the whole number, but b not equal to 0. That will be the definition of fraction. Moving on to classification of fraction, you have learned it. Fraction usually are divided into two categories. First I will tell you. First is a fractions whose denominator is 10 and the power of 10. 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh and so. Then those fractions will be numerator, whatever it is. Before that I must have to say what is numerator and denominator, isn't it? Numerator means the number on the top of the bar. This is a divisional bar. The top of the bar is called numerator and the bottom of the bar is called denominator. Denominator means other name of divisor. So denominator. Could understand? So a fractions, I want to say to you that the fractions whose denominators are power 10 and the power of 10, power of 10, those fractions are called decimal fraction, because that can be converted into point. Decimals that can be converted into decimals. That is why they are called as decimal fractions. And all categories of fractions are called as common fraction or simple fraction or vulgar fraction. The best name is vulgar fraction. Vulgar means that includes that vulgar fraction again is divided into three categories, that is proper fraction, improper fraction and mixed fraction or mixed number. So you all know it. So fraction are categorized into two, decimal fraction and vulgar fraction. Vulgar fraction is again categorized into three. They are proper fraction, improper fraction and mixed fraction or mixed number. Now we'll once we'll see what are those proper fractions means. See here see I have taken some example. 4 by 7, we can say 4 by 7, 4 divided by 7. So 4 upon 7 you can say. See 4 by 7, 19 by 21 and 351 by 470. See all these cases, two number you consider. One is 4 and another is 7. Here 7 is greater. 19 and 21 is greater. 351 and 470. Again 470 is greater. That means the bottom number is greater. When the denominator is greater than the numerator, those fractions are called proper fraction. That you can conclude. You have learnt it. But once again revise. Now improper fraction is what? Improper fractions, the reverse one. Now see, here see, I have taken the example 17 is greater than 15, 112 is greater than 97. So numerator is greater than the denominator. When the numerator is greater than the denominator, the fraction is said to be improper fraction. Now moving on to mixed fraction or mixed number. It's the combination of a whole number and a proper fraction. See, when all actually basically this mixed number is all the mixed number are improper fraction. All the improper fraction can be converted into mixed number. Could you understand why do you say it as mixed number or mixed fraction? One whole number is there. See, 2, we say it as 2 whole. 2 is the integral part of it, and 3/7 is a proper fraction. A proper fraction, mixed number always has to be with the combination of a proper fraction, not an improper fraction. Altogether improper fraction is converted into mixed number, but it has a combination with a whole number and a proper fraction. So 2 whole 3/7, 18, 9/11. See, here is a proper fraction, here is also proper fraction. Now see, this is an integral, this is the integral part of this mixed number, this is the integral part of this mixed number, and this is the fractional part, that is a proper fraction. So if it is a combination, actually this is 2 plus 3/7, 18 plus 9/11, actually it is, okay. So this is a mixed number. These are 3 categories of fractions. Now moving on to equivalent fraction. Now when we are taking creating more or 2 or more fractions, then how will you consider it? Equivalent fraction, in fraction, those fractions whose values are equal are called equivalent fraction. Fraction will look different, but the values will remain same. I will take an example. Suppose 17/11. Now, how will you create equivalent fraction for any given fraction, which is very easy. 17/11. 17/11, you multiply both the numerator and denominator with the same number. You start from 2. You don't have to start from 1, because 1, if you are multiplying, means that the same numerator or denominator will remain. Therefore, start from 2. First equivalent fraction to find any fraction is multiplying that fractions, both numerator and denominator, with 2. So 7/11 is there. If you are multiplying numerator also with 2 and denominator also with 2, you will find 14/22. So then your 7/11 is there. You are multiplying 3. Next number you are multiplying with 3 both. So you will get 21/33. So 14/22 and 21/33 are the equivalent fraction of 7/11. So you can write it as 7/11 is equal to 14/22 is equal to 21/23. So you know how to create equivalent fraction. Could you understand? You take that fraction, you multiply numerator and denominator with the same number, you find the equivalent fraction. Okay, fine. Now we learn about like fractions. Like fractions, you all aware of like fractions means, that is the basic thing you are supposed to know before you do any operations on fractions. If you are adding fractions, if you are subtracting fractions, if you are arranging the fraction in order, for all this work, you are supposed to convert the fraction into like fractions. So this term is very important. Like fractions are what? Like fractions means denominator. You see, 3/5, 4/5, 11/5, and 3 whole 2/5. Can you see among this number something is common? Among this number something is common, that bottom part is common. Here is also 5, here is also 5, here is also 5, here is also 5, and here is also 5. So denominators are common. So all those fractions whose denominator are same are called like fractions. Like means they are having the like denominator, same denominator. Could you understand? Remember this, denominator, not numerator. Numerators are same, denominators are different, they will be considered as unlike fractions only. Could you understand? Now, unlike fractions are what? Unlike fractions, see here I have taken example 2/7, 3/5, 9/11, 14/13. You see, here is 7, here is 5, here is 11, here is 13. There is no, there is no similarity of the numbers. When the denominators are different, they are called unlike fraction. To consider like fraction or unlike fraction, you need to see only denominator. So denominator are same means like fraction, denominators are different means unlike fraction. Now moving on to simplest form. Simplest form of a fraction means standard form of a fraction, which is which you do it by cutting. Actually, I will tell you how you do. I have taken example 35/42. Simple example I have taken. See, you cut with a common divisor. No, you divide both the number with a common divisor and make it short number. So 35 and 42 will go with 7, isn't it? 7 5s are 35 and 7 6 are 42. 7 6 right will be 7 6 are. So 7 6 are 42. So that is that will become 5 by 6. But actually this is not the procedure here. Actually what you are supposed to divide, you have to find out the HCF of these two number and divide that one. 35 divided by these two number 35 and 42, if you take out the HCF now, you will find definitely 7 will be the HCF. So 35 divided by 7 will be 5, 35 divided by 7 will be 42 will be 42 divided by 7 will be 6. So 5 by 6 will be that small form. After that you can't make the numerator and denominator dividing by any of the divisor, any of the factor. So that is the most smallest term that I can say standard form of a fraction. Always you are supposed to make this standard form to convert a fraction into ratio, because ratio will be the smallest form of a fraction. Could you understand? Now converting improper fraction. Improper fraction means that improper fraction is improper fraction into mixed number and mixed number into improper fraction. Improper fraction into mixed number and mixed number into improper fraction. How will you do that? You have done it. See how will you do? I have taken an example 11 by 5. This is an improper fraction. How will you convert that one? Actually 11 by 5 is equal to 11 divided by 5. Isn't it? So 11 divided by 5, if you divide now, you will find 2 will be the integral part. So 2 will be the quotient and remainder will be 5. Remainder will be 1. So 5 2s are 10 and 1 11. So remainder, whatever the remainder comes now, that will be, you will have to write down as q whole r by d. Q r upon d. If you remember this memory, you divide first improper fraction by the denominator. Numerator you divide, and whatever that, definitely whatever this whatever the question comes, that will be the whole number integral part, and whatever the remainder is there, that will be the numerator, and the denominator whatever it is, it was there as the denominator earlier also. So q whole r by d, if you do it, it will be able to. If you are doing the vice versa one, means improper fraction, mixed number to improper fraction, what you need to do, I have taken 15 whole 3 by 7. 15 means what you need to do is integral part multiply the denominator plus numerator. So 15 into 7 plus 3 divided by 7. Denominator will be same only. Denominator for both the case, converting either a mixed number to improper fraction or improper fraction to mixed number, denominator will remain same. So what you do 7, so numerator will be changing, that will be integral part, this will be multiplied and this will be plus. So 15 15 into 7 plus 3, that will become. Okay, now like fractions, you must know another thing, like fractions and unlike fractions I said to you. Now how will you convert unlike fraction to like fraction? That is another important aspects. I have taken an example 2 by 7, 3 by 5. What you need to do, you need to find out the LCM. Now LCM comes in action. The LCM of the denominator. So find out the LCM of the denominator. LCM will be, if your LCM divided by the old denominator, that will be multiplied with both. So here LCM will be, these two are co-prime number, LCM will be 35. So what will happen now? 2 by 7 was there. So 35 is the LCM. You have to make the denominator as 35 only for both the fractions. What you need to do, you divide this one by the previous denominator, that LCM. So how much you will find? You will find 5. No? If you are dividing 35 by 7, that will become 5. So 5 will multiply both in numerator and denominator. So for this it will be 10 by 35. Now for this you have to multiply what? 35 is the LCM. Divide 35 by 5. What is that? 7. 7 you have to multiply with both. So 7 into 5 into 7 and 3 into 7. That will become 27.